Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekaha Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles nails, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua have mercy upon you. I ran across this video here. This is a short, and this concerns these two women, which is Edomite women. Lied on this guy, this so-called black man, and said that he raped them, and the guy received 100 years in prison. But he ended up doing what, 44 years in prison, and some guy got him out because he was innocent all the time. Hey, this is what we've been receiving from these devils since we've been over here. Yeah, I call them the devil, y'all, because that's who they are. They are the children of the devil, the spiritual demon, Satan. The devil of the earth is the so-called white man. That's who he is. Some of our people look like them, and vice versa. So, no, I'm not calling all white people, so-called white people, devils. But if they are from the seed of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he is the devil of the earth. I mean, it's obvious. It's so obvious that's who he is. I mean, look at the water. Look at the food. Look at the people. Look at the animals. And then look at the trees. Everything and everybody. Look at the water, the waste, everything. Look at it. This devil here is destroying everything. There's enough food to be eaten freely. Esau Edom does what? He sprays chemicals in your neighborhood, because I know when I was a child we had, hey man, and I'm in Alabama, right? I remember when I was a child, and I'm quite sure your mothers can tell you the same thing, that it was nothing to see a banana tree, oranges, all different types of fruit. You hardly ever see a pecan tree now. I remember when they was very plentiful. But Esau Edom has been spraying chemicals and trying to take away the food, and trying to feed you waste, plastics. Why is he doing this here? Because he's a wicked. And then in the process of him making you sick from eating the foods, he give you what? He give you medicines that cure one thing and give you other problems as what? Health conditions. Residue from what? From taking those things. Hey man, I'm not nobody giving medical advice to anyone, but I'm just telling you that and giving you understanding concerning the truth, man. And a lot of people don't want to hear this here. Why they don't want to hear it? They either what? Caught up in their ways, because they're what? Because they are Edomites, and they are, most of you all got that love spirit, and that love spirit brings what? Brings hurt and pain, because behind the love of this world, this is what this world gives you. You don't supposed to have hurt and pain every day. All day, every day, but Esau Edom gives you that. And I'm highlighting this story because soon there will be a recompense for you Edomites for all of the hell that you have been putting the Israelites through. For all of the wrong that you have did unto us. Right? For centuries. and you still continue to do it. Now, now the wicked elite, they're also destroying their own people because all the wicked elite care about is their own. So let's get into it. It's not long.
Guilty of. This man spent 44 years in prison for a crime he had nothing to do with. The judge and the crowd in the gallery happily removed his shackles, while the instigator of this wrongful conviction rolled his.
Look at them, y'all. These devils, these two red devils, don't have no remorse. Look at their face. They have no remorse because they don't want to be what? Be seen as what? As liars. How often do you hear? I don't give a damn what color she is. How often do you hear a woman, especially a damn Edomite woman, say, "I'm sorry"? That shit almost never happens. Never happens.
Eyes. In 1977, 14-year-old twin sisters Karen and Sharon Sanders ran to the police station to report that a black man had attacked and raped them and insisted that this man was Vincent Simmons. He asked the sisters and their 18-year-old cousin Keith Laborde to get in his car at a gas station, and then the car turned into a dark and desolate road, Little California Road. It was there that the man forced their cousin Keith Laborde into the trunk, then violated them both and threatened them not to tell anyone about it. It was not until 2 weeks later that the sisters were really scared and told their family about it and called the local police station. The next day, 25-year-old Vincent Simmons was taken away and detained by the police while walking on the street. Although Simmons has always insisted that he is innocent and that he doesn't even know the twins, the two sisters still stick to Vincent because he is black like the real suspect. After a 2-day trial, Simmons was found guilty and sentenced to 100 years in prison, but he did not give up trying to overturn his conviction. 43 years after Simmons was convicted, he got help from a New York lawyer, Justin Bonus. Under the reinvestigation of the case, Karen Sanders finally told the truth about the case. It turned out that she and Keith Laborde had consensual sex as teenagers long before Vincent Simmons' alleged sexual assault. But she said that had nothing to do with Simmons' alleged behavior. These are two separate incidents, Karen Sanders said. On the day Simmons was declared not guilty, everyone here was happy to watch this innocent man take off the shackles he had worn for 44 years, except Keith Laborde, who denied having sex with Karen and still insisted that Vincent Simmons would.
See how wicked devils are? Even when they're caught, they still won't tell the truth. Even when they're caught, they won't tell the truth.
Was guilty. The first thing Simmons did after gaining his freedom was to spend his 70th birthday with his family. Simmons filed a lawsuit against the twin sisters and Vincent Simmons. Do you think all three should be convicted? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Not guilty.
They don't care. They never did care. And they never will care. Because, I mean, look at them. No remorse for what they did to this man here. Let's read some comments before we get into the lesson, right? I'm going over a few of them. Let's read it. Okay. Patricia. Yes, charge all three. They took this man's life from him over a lie. Being black for what? For doing nothing is a reason to what? To be sent to prison for 100 years. Send them. She said what she meant. To prison for what? For lying. Hey, they're not 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna do anything to them. How often does a woman go down and make false? I mean, they're not the first one to have done it. They have sent men to prison and women making false statements. Then the prosecutor turn around and don't do anything to them. Where's the justice in that? This is a woman's world, man. Esau, Edom, this is a woman's world. And they do these things because they use women, even though they're women that they would, even though that they are subject to what? To be used by the system more freely because they're women. This is why the devil came to Eve, man, because Eve is what? Eve is what? Eve can be deceived. Think about it. What's the brother name that damn, that got that the woman lied on. Damn, what's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the little light skinned brother that from Detroit and went down to Mississippi and they beat him to death. Damn, I can't think of his name. Imagine that. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. And look how long uh she told the truth, and she died of what? She died of old age. If you gonna lock them up, hell, why not go back? Go on back, because there's no for murder, there's no statute of limitations on murder. Hmm? How many so-called white people probably got black bones and bodies in their backyard right now? Especially the ones that got these acres upon acres upon acres. Probably still castrating brothers and putting them to death. Hey man, the list goes on and on and on. But that's got to be a recompense for this right here. Somebody got to pay for this here, and you're not going to pay for it. The Lord is gonna avenge and recompense that payback. This is what is it? Brunette, whatever it is, Doherty. Let me see. All women proven to have made false allegations should go to prison. See that? That's what I was just saying. That they would that they have that women. How often does this happen? It happens all the time. Women are so powerful in their pride when they're wrong, and most of the time they're damn wrong, because they react off of feelings and emotions, and then their feelings and emotions, they be thought about it, and then what happens? What happens? But this is not about where it is to a degree, because you can't talk about when you talk about this world, you can't leave Esau eating the so-called white man out, even though this is about a wrongful conviction with two white women involved, which is the Edomites as well. Eve is in there, got to throw Eve in there too. Why? Because Eve has a portion of this devil's kingdom. That has to be highlighted. Why it has to be highlighted? Because it has to be talked about, because it's the truth. No one wants to hear the truth, because the truth is what? It hurts. 44 years, my heart is what? Is shattered for this gentleman. Hope, right, justice is met for those who wrongfully accuse him. And we shit done. Yes, all three should be jailed for the exact time. Then they gave Simmons 44 years. It's not gonna happen. We're still, even though it was wrongful, these devils still in their kingdom. Not only should press charges, he should charge the state for all the years he was convicted. Man, that ain't shit. Man, 70 years old, man. That man is 70 years old. His life gone. It's through. And probably the only reason he's still alive because he was in prison. Who this is? Kerry Fairbanks. Hell yeah, all three should be locked up. Free diver. Sending an innocent man to jail should be a crime in itself. Who's ever, I'm reading verbatim, who's ever involved with that sentence should be punished accordingly. Hey, the judges, all of them knew. There's always a chance that they know the truth, but they're what? They're playing along with the narrative, because why? It's a so-called black man. We are the arch enemies of the so-called white man, because the so-called white man knows that who we are, and they know that Judah. That's why they got to keep us down, because if we rise, they know there's no what? There's over with. It's over with. But guess what? That recompense is coming by the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And these devils still slaughtering us in the streets. Let's read a few more. And I'm going to go into the lesson. Absolutely, let them spend 44 years in jail they ruined that man's life. Yes, any and all people involved in the case that lied on this man should be in prison. Period. Child, please. And ain't no justice. It's just us in this wicked ass place, man. Any woman who falsely accused any man of what? Of sexual abuse or rape should be held accountable. And these cases like this here is rampant too. You can use women to what? To lie on a man, or especially one that has what? Money. You know, prosecutors and judges and lawyers, they're good at setting up especially a brother for this right here. Anytime they want to take a brother down, this is what they bring. This is what they do. They'll find a woman that they've been involved with, that the public has knowledge of, that they've been involved with, and they'll say, "Hey, you want to make you some money?" And they be like, "Yeah, what I got to do?" You got a long Mike Tyson. You got a long Tupac Shakur, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Bill Cosby, whatever. You know this right here. These men does not have to grape any of these women. You want to know why? Because they are what? They are celebrities. And women are what? Are falling all over these men. They don't have to do this here. And most of the guys that women fall all over anyway in this place, they Skittles anyway. And we know what I mean when I say Skittles. But this is what we have. Who are they? China Newell sued them into bankruptcy. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Both ladies must be in jail for what the rest of their lives. Look at them devils. They don't give a shit. But one of them told the truth. Did he say one of them told the truth? I think that's what I heard. But it was short. But it doesn't matter. They still not remorseful. This looks like the one. They don't look remorseful at all, man. Devils, man. Two devils. So let's get into the lesson, y'all. Let's get into the lesson. I'm gonna go over here into Joel. I was gonna start over here on verse 6 and go down. I'm gonna start at the top. Joel. A lot of meat in here, because the Esau Edom is not the only one that's gonna receive recompense, meaning payback for the crimes. All of you nations that had a hand in our captivity, and we've been in what 7 major captivity, but we've been in more than 7 captivity, but we've been in 7 major captivity, meaning what? Completion. Number 7 means completion. So we have completed our captivities for what purpose? For his elect, for the choosing of what? Of his men, which is the true servant, which is the apostles, which is the prophets. Right? Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days, which is what we are in now, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. And where are they all pressed together at? Right over here in America. This is the only time that Judah, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, was all pressed together with Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali, which is what? In Babylon, which is America. Verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is what? World War III. Which is the valley of what? Decision. For what? For their judgment. And this judgment is what? Is the main portion of this judgment is a recompense from the Lord, man. From all of the wickedness that they have been doing to his people. And will plead, meaning what? Judge. With them there for my people, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have what? Scattered among the nations in parted my land. It's not the land Jerusalem over there, the parted now, and they fighting over it. Yeah, they have parted our land, and this is this is why the hell over there in the so-called Middle East right now, because these devils are fighting over that land, which that belongs to neither one of them. They all had hand in what? In our captivity, and they all are going to get what? Receive a recompense from what? Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, which is our Lord and Savior. Verse 3 of Joel 3:3. And they have cast lots for my people, meaning what? Sold them. They have cast lots for my people and have what? Given a boy for an harlot. Selling our children. This is what these damn Arabs, right? And the Africans, which we are not. We're not no damn African Americans. We are Israelites. Not African American. We're not Egyptians. We're not the same people. The Egyptians had you in captivity, you ignorant Negroes. Wake up out that damn stupor, that dumb stupor that you're in. All they that have and they have cast lots, verse 3:3, Joel 3:3 again. And they have cast lots, meaning sold, for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot. A boy for a harlot. What's a harlot? A whore. And sold a girl for wine. For wine, man. That they might drink. And we have been hey man, what nation of people have been treated so harshly than the children of Israel? No one. Verse 4, ye, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre? Who is Tyre? Those are Africans. Hamites. Egyptians. Canaanites. Ethiopians. They all are Hamites. We are not the same. Not the same people. Ye, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Those Arab nations. Y'all never heard of the Sahara desert? I mean Sahara transit. Talking about Arabs. And all the coast of Palestine, will ye render me a recompense? Meaning what? A payback. And if ye recompense me, save, and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head? And y'all love to use and say, y'all let Esau Edom trick you with them damn Ethiopians concerning what that is, Zephaniah 2 in verse 12. And listen to this. Excuse me. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. Ye Ethiopians, we are not the same. We're not no damn Ethiopians. Look at them. They know who they are. And they know that the Americans, which is the Edomites over here in America, use them for what? For a purpose. And that purpose is what? Is to confuse the people and to cause more confusion amongst the people. Real quick, let's go here to Isaiah. Isaiah 34. I might start at the top. Let's see something here. You know, Esau's judgment is going to lead to what? The other nations being judged as well. It's not they being judged at this present moment. Look at all the hell over there in the so-called Middle East. Esau's judgment in Babylon, which is America, is going to be like no other. So their judgment is going to be the what? The downfall of what? Of their nations. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. To hear what? All therein that what? To hear what? To hear their judgment. The prophets are back. And what are the prophets are doing? They are what? They are telling you of the destruction that are going to take place over him, mainly over here in America. But the world is catching hell. Why? Because this is a recompense for from the heavenly Father. Huh? He's pleading for his people. And all of you all still have what? The Israelites in what? In your under your feet. Verse 2. For the indignation of Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation, what indignation? Indignation goes into what? Righteous judgment or anger. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, not just Esau, Edom. And his fury upon all their armies, he has what? Utterly destroyed them. This is a future prophecy. Destroyed them, all nations, and his fury upon all their armies, and he has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the what? To the slaughter. What is that? That is Armageddon, the valley of decisions. World War III. It is evident. What that there? Revelation 16:16. It is evident. It is going to happen. Why? Because the prophets say so. We are the true servants and the true messengers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. Just as we was hung on trees and left for animals, to be food for animals. Flesh, the stink of what? Of bodies of our ancestors was what? Was scattered abroad. Esau, Edom, you're going to be left in that same magnitude, and you're going to be what? We're not going to do the same wickedness that you all have done to us. Meaning what? Raping children, men and women. You know. But your daughters are going to be sold right out of your hand. The slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, meaning their governments, their nations. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be what? Rolled together as a scroll. That's those mushroom clouds from what? From the nuclear blast that are going to take place over here in Babylon. Let's go back to I might come and go and read a little more, but let's go back to verse 4 of Joel 3 and 4. Ye, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Those are African nations, which we are not, and all the coasts of Palestine, Arabs, which we are not. Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Let's see something. 2 Thessalonians. Let's see something. 2 Thessalonians. Let's see something. 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with thy power to recompense. There go that word recompense again, meaning what? Payback. A recompense, tribulation to them that trouble you. It's not these devils still troubling us in the sense of what? Of taking us down through there and catching hell by the hands of these devils. Yeah. And they still continue to slaughter us in the streets, man. And lately it's been getting what? It's been getting worse and worse because why? That civil unrest is brewing up by the hand of Esau, even the so-called white man. They know what they're doing. And they're doing a wonderful job at it. So keep at it. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, meaning the other nations that had a hand in our captivity as well. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, all of them, every one of them, shall go into what? Captivity. Every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So just like we are in you all's hands, and we have no fight at all because we don't own no military. We can't even defend our people when they're done wrong. When they're look at the overall hell of the people of us that, especially the so-called black man, that we catch over here in America, man. Can't even get in the car and ride down the street. You see a police car, man, you're nervous. Why are you nervous? Because you could lose your life that day. You think anyone cares? No one gives a damn, including what? Our women. They don't care. Why they don't care? Because why? Because they're receiving a portion of this devil's kingdom, man. This is why we speak on y'all so much, Eve, you so-called black women, because you all are what? You all are comfortable in this devil's kingdom, and you all are what? Are working hand in hand, and what? And putting the Judah, which is specialist Judah, the so-called black man, the devil, man. By calling the laws on the line on them, even though Eve could want to go out with her friends for this weekend, and she'll put Jake in jail for the weekend, lie on him, so he can be locked up, so she can go out and be what? Be a whore. She'll put Jake in jail so she can go out of town and hang out and be what? To be a whore. This is the magnitude of the wickedness that we as so-called black men that we experience and have been experiencing since we've been over here in the hands of our enemies, man. Most of our women have been what? Nothing but bed wenches, especially the ones that are very beautiful. Bed wenches that work hand in hand with what? With the wicked. So, Eve, you're gonna catch it too. Why? You wanna know why you're gonna catch it? Because you are what? You've been working with the devil, man, hand in hand. A lot of you all gonna catch it, man. I don't say that all women as a whole, that all y'all wicked, right? Because there are some good sisters, but there's very few. You wanna know why? Excuse me. You want to know why that's so? Because we're with the devil's kingdom. Esau, even the so-called white man, we're in his kingdom. So most of the people, where we're talking about men or women, most of us are going to be what? Wicked. It's not going to be any righteous. And and I say it all the time, right? I say it all the time, and I say that women have a tendency to what? To believe men, because you never trust a man that makes everything about money, or woman. Anytime they making everything about money, they ain't no good. Because they will do any and all things for money, man, especially a woman, man. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, And all thy adversaries, every one, shall go into captivity. Did I read that? Thessalonians 1 and 6? Yeah, I did. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with thy power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. What that was? Psalms. I think it's Psalms. Yeah, Psalm 149. What's that? I think it's 149. Let's see. Y'all bear with me. Psalm 149. 149 and 5. 149. No, let's see. People could be from me. Situation. Yes. I'm verse 5. I'll start at verse 4. For the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. And true rulership of the earth, man, is being what? Being in rulership of the earth. That's true. That's true power. For the Lord Yahweh taketh, verse 4, for the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek, meaning what? The true believers, with salvation. Let the saints, 148 and 14, the saints, be joyful in glory, and let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of thy power be in their mouth, in a two-edged sword in their hand. That meaning what, man? Payback, man. Payback. We're going to pay you all back for all of the wickedness that you all have been doing to us, because it is what? It's time. It's time. And a lot of you all devil still proud. But that pride is going to be what? It's going to be brought low. Let's jump over here to 58 and Psalm 58 and 10 right quick. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. Who are the righteous? The Israelites, which is during this time going to be the elect, starting with the 144,000 of men, then women and children. The righteous, the Israelites, shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in what? In the blood of the wicked. Who is the wicked? I've told you who the wicked was. Was that Malachi 1? Goes into what? Goes into Esau, Edom, being the wicked. Wash his feet in the what? In the blood of the wicked. Verse 11 of Psalm 58 and 11. So that a man shall say, verily there is what? A reward for the righteous. Verily he is a God that judgeth in the earth. So true judgment is what is at hand. For who? For his people. Verse 6 of Psalm 149 and verse 6. Let the high praises of thy power be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hands. To do what? To execute vengeance upon the what? The heathens, meaning the nations. Some of our people are referred to as heathens as well, because why? Because they follow the heathens in their what? In their man-made religions. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Our people are going to receive that punishment, which is the 2/3 of the children of Israel. They're going to receive the same judgment that the Esau, Edom is going to receive. But we're not in the latter part of the latter end of what Esau, Edom's, because they're going to be gathered together, man. They're going to be what? Their purpose. Esau, Edom is here for a short time to serve a purpose, and his purpose is almost up. Meaning what? The elect is being what? Being uplifted and woken to do what? To come back to who they are. And in the process of coming back who they are, they're going to what? They're going to have some more y'all can't hear that, but I hear it. But anyway, the elect uh is back. Is here, or should I say, the elect is here, and they are here to do what? To establish justice and judgment in the earth, man, for righteousness, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to their what? To their kings, and starting with who? You top banking families, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. And that judgment is written for what? For Esau, Edom. What that is? Amos. I think that's Amos 1. And it goes into, hold up, y'all. Let's see something here. Yeah, Amos 1 in verse 1 and 11. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, Esau, Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. These devils, I mean, it's obvious. Look at how they gun us down and shoot us in the streets, man. How can 6 men, 5, 6 men, 4, even 1 man just stand there and just put a man's body with, riddle a man's body with bullets, man? Only a devil would do something like that, man. And then in the process, justify it. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. They still slaughtering us, still doing what? Still doing wickedness to us. And guess what? By the hands of who? Of the devil. What that is? Jeremiah, I think it's Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51 and what I want? Jeremiah 51 and I think that's 30. Let me see if I got the right page. Jeremiah 51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. So they're not gonna be able to hide in those bunkers, on the underground cities. They're not gonna be able to hide in there, because we, as the children of Israel, as the elect, the hopeful elect, or should I say, going to what? Going to be what? We're going to gather them together and put them into captivity for over 1,000 years or better. And after that 1,000 years or better, what's going to happen? They're going to be gathered together and burned, man. And it's the end of what? Of all wickedness in the earth. Because as long as Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is here, there's going to be wickedness in the earth, man. The mighty men, Jeremiah 51 and 30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might has failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Meaning that's America has what? America has it's declining. And in the process of it declining, meaning as a woman, look at the got women running for president now. You got Skittles in the so-called in the White House, starting with who? Obama and Mike. Verse 31, Jeremiah 51 and 31. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon, which is America, Esau, Edom, that this is taken at what? At one end. This is his end. What that is? Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47. 47 and 10. quick. Isaiah 47. Where at the top, it goes into what? To who Babylon come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. But 10 is where I want to get at, which is goes into concerning the wicked elite of society there and their secret worship of wickedness. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, which is Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. They still think they are hidden. The secret society, they think that no one can see them and know of the wickedness of the left hand of the wicked of the earth. Thy wisdom in thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else besides me. Yeah, always continue to Again, I can't say it enough, that they are boasting in their proudness, in their wickedness. Just like Eve boasted in her proudness, her wickedness. Big old 12-foot statue of a obese woman being paraded around, and you all acting like that's something to be proud of. Madness, man. Esau Edom knows how to put you women in that box. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises, because it's going to come as a thief in the night. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. That's that everlasting fire. You're not going to be able to put it out or put it off until until your body is dissolved, man. From the nuclear destruction that are going to hit America. When it rises and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. I can go on, man, but I'm not going to go on. That should be enough. So I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushua Ba'Hashem, Rekahakudash, Shalom. Recompense is almost here.